Hello there, the weekly analysis for the coming week, March the 27th until the 31st of March. Let me see, US dollar, Swiss franc. Let me give you guys the bigger picture. On the weekly, this is quite a range where this pair is trading at. When we zoom into the daily, we can see that price has come down by the end of last year, moved up pretty strongly, and then after the rate hike, price tumbled down. We moved into this important demand zone where price penetrated the zone twice now and is looking to move back to the upside. I pointed this one out last week, I think it was Thursday. I am considering going long on this one if this bounce continues, and maybe well, I wouldn't really count on the dollar strength, but maybe this pair will bounce from this level. So looking for this one, let me just point it out, pretty obvious, but this has some great risk reward because we are entering just at the bottom of this move, because when this low breaks we have to get out, of course, because if in that case we do not have a valid setup anymore. So enter here and exit outside of this area, and then there's potential to go back to these highs, or even further go back to those highs. But let's first go to there. Great risk reward. Then the Australian dollar, US dollar, I pointed out as well. Things have shifted. This moved into the supply zone, also penetrated that zone twice, and is now moving pretty strongly to the downside. When we zoom into the 4-hour chart, we can see the same. Maybe we'll see a retest of this this support of previous support, now resistance zone. If it bounces off and moves further, then we have a nice short trade on this one. Same thing goes for the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, I'm sorry. Moved further away than we thought initially, but is now was trading in this downward zone. A break to the upside would have meant another leg up, but that didn't happen, and we saw actually a break of the downside of this level and a sell-off. And now we are seeing lower lows, lower highs. So this one is actually already in play. The divergence was also on the charts on the RSI previously to this happening. I think this one will move into the 7.5 or 1.08 zone, back to the previous supply zone where we actually thought price would turn around, but things went a little different. So also an opportunity is already in play. Australian Swiss franc, same thing, pointed it out that I saw a reversal, and actually things happened the way I said it would, because this was reversing, came back, didn't make another high, and is now selling off as well. So we have our first take profit target over here, a second around the trend line, and who knows where this one will go after that. What else do we got on the forex pairs? With the weak US dollar, gold has made a pretty nice move. Gold is also very nice when you want to trade that technically. It's in this zone, it's in this box right now. Let me see if we can draw that for you guys. It's trading within this area. A break above will mean more upside potential, and break below, there's nothing wrong with a break lower, because we first have to break these levels before price is really reversing, but that's not the case if you ask me. So if you want to trade safe, make sure you enter around the lower side of this box, or the re-enter of the box. But you know, I'm not actively in gold at the moment. Then I got one more I pointed out last week as well. We got 1, 2, 3 times it tried to move up, didn't happen. We are looking for a break of this trend line now to get real confirmation that this one is going lower, and this area over here as well. I need to see a break of this to be convinced for more downside pressure. Same thing for that level though. So there are some supports we have to take out. First, let me show you guys where this is coming from. This was the weekly. This is a downside moving channel. Every time we touch that upper line, the price reacts and sells off. I think we are struggling with that level right now. One thing I do not like is the break of this high. It's actually a higher high, so let's see if this trend line holds and if we can see some more downside potential. Then I think that's it for the for the forex pairs. Well, I actually have one more. I don't have that chart on, and I thought about it over the weekend, and that's the Swiss franc and the euro. So let me get that one on here as well. When we look at the daily chart, this one has been moving to the downside for quite some time. And looks like we are bottoming, have bottomed out over here. So that being said, go to the 4-hour chart. We are in the middle of this range. So this is, to me, is the upside. This is the downside. I want to see some. This of course for now is also a important level. So if price bounces from here and we see some more potential to the upside, then we can have some great a nice short-term trade to the upside. If it doesn't, then we will see some more some move lower over here, and I would expect a bounce after that. So it's pretty clear, pretty safe setup. I think the range within this one is trading. I like that. Very clear patterns, very clear support resistance zones. So maybe if you're looking for a safe entry, let's see on the hourly chart what will happen. If I would trade this on the hourly, I want to see some momentum and a break of this level. If I would trade it to the downside, I would wait for a break of this one, but actually I would wait for a break of the lower one. So for now, this is what I'm looking at. So the momentum is pretty neutral. So try to discover where in this range you're comfortable trading. So that for the currency pairs. Let's move on to the stocks. Alibaba is not really trending, but it is is moving up. So it looks like this range trade has made room for another range, and that's this one. So let's see if we can keep range trading this, and yeah, still a pretty safe, pretty normal moves. I like it. Nvidia is back on my watch list. Why? Because Nvidia came in with a huge correction, of course. That had to happen. This is in fact a Fibonacci level that has been completed, and that's when I draw them from here until over there. We can see a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, and I when we zoom in and we go to the 4-hour chart, we can see that we are making some decent swings to the upside. So I think I entered last Friday my first position on a pullback here, and I'm looking to ride this one back to the upside. So let me get that one off. What do we have here using this trend line? So if this trend line holds, then we have a nice trade in Nvidia as well. Then let me see, do we have other stocks? Shopify, I told you guys I trade this one all first quarter of the year. I wait for a touch or a pullback around the moving average or the trend line, and then I ride it for a couple of points, and then a pullback and I ride it, and a pullback and I ride it. I wrote this one, I came in here, my first positions got closed on Friday, and I'm waiting for another small push higher so I can close my 70 and 71 positions as well. And then same old story. I just have to put this line over here. If it comes back, it will probably touch this trend line. We get in big, we ride the wave for like 5 points, something like that. So very hot stock to me. I made a lot of profit from it this year. And then the last one in the stocks. This is IBM, International Business Machines, came down from its all-time highs. The three touches, 1, 2, 3, and price got in a sell-off. So it retraced to the 61.8 over here. 2 times tried to come in here. I don't know if this wave is over yet, but I want, if this level breaks, there's more downside potential to the 78.6. If it doesn't and we break these highs, then we can see this one shifting back up again. I do not see that downward momentum is over yet. No divergence on the RSI yet. So keep close look on this one. But it is in interesting levels to re-enter and ride this one back from the 72 area to the 82 area. So 10 points is a great trade, great setup, with of course good risk reward. I think that's it for now. Like I always say, you can scan the markets all day, all weekend. If I don't watch out, I start doing that, and I come up with opportunity after opportunity. Doesn't matter what you trade, I look for patterns. These are some of the setups where I see patterns. So going back, I think US dollar Swiss franc has great potential. Australian dollar and US dollar is already running. Australian dollar New Zealand dollar is already running, and Australian dollar Swiss franc is already running. So last week I gave you guys some amazing opportunities. 3 of them had a great ride. Let's see what happens next week, and I hope my opportunities for this week will give you guys great profit or ideas about trading for the coming week. So for now, happy trading.